about standards today and how my brain works with regards to standards. Yesterday on my YouTuber mastermind call, one of my friends called me out for my plastic surgery video, which I don't know if you guys saw. And she basically said, this isn't your best. Like, you can be doing better videos than this. And it was tough, but I really, really appreciated that she said that. I needed to raise my standards. I think it's so easy to get into the content grind. It's so easy to, especially for me, like struggling. I was struggling a few days ago to hit 3 videos a day. Now I can hit 3 videos a day, no problem. But whether or not they're going to be good is a bigger issue. Today, I actually recorded 3 videos, but only released 2. Or I'm going to release this too, but I recorded 3 videos, and one of them just wasn't up to par. There was a skit about POV, you're Jack Doherty's bodyguard. And I wrote it out, and I recorded the whole thing, and I watched it back, and it just wasn't good enough for you guys. This isn't me like shitting on myself. I just genuinely, I could not find the humor, and I didn't think that the video provided any joy. And I've never recorded and edited an entire video ready to release and then just at the last minute not released it until today. This is a whole new level of standards that I'm developing through this daily practice. I think it's so insane that people who have less than 30,000 subscribers, 100,000 views per video are really, really hemming and hawing about this week's upload. I mean, I'm not at 30,000 subscribers, 100K views per video, but the way that you get there is through years of disciplined practice, years of consistency, years of upping your standards. I'm so, so grateful for my friend telling me that, because she said, like, this is an improvised video. It's kind of a laugh, but your main thing is your writing, like your creativity, and it's not in this video. And, like, it totally could be. And so today I was really responding to that. I did 2 videos that I'm really proud of. One is motivational speech for a piece of bread, which is a really ridiculous type of video. But I actually really enjoyed it because I think that it has some of my humor in it, but it's also just like an intriguing and funny video idea that'll get new viewers. So that was kind of just my weird video. And then I went on a date with mythical creatures, which is a totally new type of video, but one that I've been kicking around for the past 2 weeks or so. I wanted to do something like that. So really today is just like two videos of kind of weird new stuff. But you can't be chasing trends forever. You can't be so conservative. You can't just think that what you did in the past is going to work. Like, this is an incredibly competitive and serious job. Like, everybody is putting out better content than me right now. I need to elevate my standards and work much harder to get there. And I'm sorry if I'm coming across a little more intense, but genuinely, if you raise your standards, or to be honest, if I'm being 100% real with you, if you raise your disgust, if you literally raise your disgust for bad output from yourself, and of course, creativity is nonlinear. You have to allow yourself experimentation. You have to allow yourself new ideas. But if you raise no, you're better than that. You can do more than that within you, that muscle. I'm understanding myself better doing this podcast, but like, I genuinely think that you don't. Like, I think that the reason I'm even doing the 3 videos per day, part of it's because of the Tony Robbins book that I mentioned earlier, where he says that if you take disciplined and consistent action on a level much, much higher than everybody else, you will fail high above everyone else's success. Instead of that, like, I think that seeing that gave me a blueprint and an idea that I can do it. But really just my disgust at the fact that I've been doing YouTube for so long, and I still feel like the people who deserve joy from my videos, the people who deserve to feel good and to be made happy through my videos, don't get to see them because I am not the level of creator that I need to be yet. Yet is the key word. Yet is like your best friend if you're serious about yet. If you're not serious about yet, don't even use it, because yet is a very serious word that people don't use in a serious way that they should. When I say that I'm not going to do something yet, I actually mean that I plan on doing the thing. And I'm not talking about like... So you need to be very methodical and serious about when you use the word yet. So for example, is like a lot of people aspire to have kids one day. I don't necessarily use the word yet when I talk about kids. I am pretty sure that I want to have kids, but I'm not 100% sure. So I don't say I don't have kids yet. Because if I even saying that feels wrong, like I'm not going to use yet on something that I actually plan on putting into action and meaningfully achieve. Because at the end of the day, it's one life. You have to make sure your yets are for goals that you actually have. Not your parents, not your friends, not your fucking high school bully. Your goals, right? And so be very careful about your disgust reserve, because honestly, social media hijacks that shit. Like, not to get like too esoteric here, but like, we have these emotions for a reason. We have anger for a reason. We have disgust for a reason. We have sadness for a reason. They're to help us push to serve the tribe better. But instead of those emotions guiding us to serve a tribe, because we're in these, I'm sitting on concrete, urbanized jungles made by impossible humans, instead our emotions are harnessed into Instagram. They're harnessed into TikTok. They're harnessed into YouTube. And I'm a YouTube viewer as much as I am a YouTube creator. My emotions get harnessed just like yours. I'm not saying I'm above this. So like I was saying, I think it's you have to be careful, because you don't want to never be proud of yourself. That's a recipe for not being happy. But you don't want to lie to yourself when you actually could be doing more. And I grew up with a very competitive family and just school culture, just like an extremely competitive environment. So I err towards the side of you could be doing more when I actually am completely gassed and I need a break. That being said, there are worse things. There are worse addictions. There are people addicted to fentanyl right now. You know what I mean? And if you are addicted, like, you have my love and sympathy, and I genuinely believe that you can get out of this if you're serious. That being said, I think I came into this podcast with a different energy than I normally do. Normally I'm a little more relaxed, I'm a little more chill, I'm more reflective. But honestly, having the you could be more fire lit by a friend when I'm already doing 3 videos a day, it's a whole new level of focus and drive that's been unlocked, because I didn't think about it like this before, but anybody can sit down and record 3 10-minute boring fucking videos in a day. I mean, I found this guy's channel, and if you're watching this, dude, I'm sorry, but he posted a video called Daily Uploading for 7 years. I looked at his numbers, 1.17 thousand subscribers. If that doesn't make you sick, maybe he doesn't want to grow on YouTube. Maybe he just does it for fun. But that made me sick. That made me realize that this discipline 3 videos per day thing is not a guarantee, and I need to be constantly pushing on making my videos better. Because if I actually want to make billions happy, billions, like McDonald's numbers happy, then I need to elevate my standards and constantly be pushing to make my next video better and better and better. I'm happy with my doing a motivational speech to a piece of bread video, because when I look back on it, even though it was unscripted, I feel something in me as it builds. And my commenters, these 2 guys who comment on every single one of my videos, I love you guys. They loved it. And so it seems like it'll do decently well. But still, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to not believe that I can be doing more. It's hard for me to not believe that I can be pushing harder. And I'm going to stick with this challenge. I'm not going to like go to 4 videos a day or like something crazier like that. I'm just going to focus on elevating the quality. That being said, like, come on, guys. Like, we're alive. I mean, the last time I talked about We're Alive, it was very, like, fun and games and that sort of thing. But We're Alive has an urgency to it, too. An urgency to have an actual impact, to have an actual effect. I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe you don't want to have an effect. But I think you probably do if you're watching this. It's been over 5 minutes. You're retained longer than the average Shorts viewer. You want to have an effect. You're watching this because you want to gain something from this. And so if you want to have an effect and you're not achieving it, try and find someone like my friend, or maybe just within yourself, be your own friend, because I'm so grateful for her, but I understand that, like, not everybody has a YouTube group where they push each other to go harder. Make sure that you're actually up to the standard. Make sure that when there's a voice that needs to tell you you could be doing more, you actually do more. And you don't lie to yourself and kind of just act like everything's okay and daily upload for 7 years when no one's watching. I'm really sorry, dude, if I see this, but honestly, you could fucking be doing more. 7 fucking years? 7 fucking years? I don't mean to be harsh, because I love everybody, but if you're daily uploading on YouTube for 7 years, you're very, very serious about YouTube. Like, it seems like the guy hasn't missed a day. Like, he's very proud of the fact that he's put a video out per day. I'm going to be honest, I watched one of his videos. It was complete. He was shoveling snow in his driveway. I really hope that it's not a serious ambition. I really genuinely do. Because if it is, he needs somebody like my friend to say that you could be doing more. I'm sure that guy has a better understanding of editing and videos than I do, because he's been doing it for much longer than I have. And frankly, I've been playing a smaller game. I haven't been... I mean, I should give myself a little bit of a break because I'm still new to this challenge, and the growth of the channel has been amazing, and I really love you guys. And I want you guys to get the best possible content from me. That's why I'm so hard on myself. I don't want it to ever seem like I'm hard on you or I'm not grateful for what I have. I'm extremely grateful. My disgust comes from my gratitude, if that makes any sense. Like, if you're genuinely grateful for this God-given gift of life that you've been given, you should have high standards for yourself. Because if you have low standards for yourself and you just, like, piss your time away, are you really grateful? Are you really living in God's image? God didn't waste time. So why are you? I think that, like, I'm going to try and relax a little bit because I'm amped. I've been thinking about this concept. I've been honestly stressed about getting where I want to get to. So I'm going to do a technique live with you that I do when I get stressed. Is I try and... I almost feel like stress is a fast and close emotion. You feel like you're sprinting and looking at the ground at the same time when you're stressed out. And when you're not stressed, it's a slow and far-looking feeling when you're calm. It's like you're on a walk and you're looking at the sunset. They're just two completely different feelings. And you can go from one state to another state by one. Notice how I've been hunched? Open your body. Put your shoulders out. Put your chin up. Maybe you haven't done this all day, so your back hurts a little, like me. I've been looking at a computer screen. Breathe through your nose, not your mouth. You should be breathing through your nose 100% of the time. It's kind of a fun thing. I don't do it. I think most people don't. But that's what you should be doing. And just like that, just by changing your body, you're not stressed anymore. I mean, I can go into some of the mental things that I do when I meditate, when I really, the thoughts just get so crazy and spiraling. But I'm already calmer. I'm calmer just by doing that one exercise. Something that's very interesting is I'm really proud of the video, specifically the I went on a date with fantasy creatures video. I if you haven't watched it, there's an ending that it goes from comedy to something more serious, a message that I have for you guys. And it feels like a progression. Maybe it's not going to get views. Maybe the packaging isn't good, but it feels like a progression. It genuinely does. It feels like it's more than just a joke. And I think that it's so funny because I make funny videos and I want to give joy, but it is more than just a joke. Like, if you think about people who make people laugh, it's more than just a joke. I'm not going to be one of those people that, like, is a comedian who takes himself incredibly seriously. I think those people are cringe as fuck. You know who I'm talking about. But it's not just a joke. It's, I want to help you feel happy. Maybe it's because I wasn't happy at one point, but whether it's selfish or selfless, when you tell a joke, you want somebody to feel joy. So, I guess the Fantasy Creatures video was the first time that I felt like I did something in my videos that was more than just a joke, or recently, during this challenge. And you don't want to just go for views, no matter what. That's something that I'm understanding. Like, obviously go for views. Like, you need views in order to survive on YouTube, make money. But I think the reason why I didn't release the Jack Doherty video is because, one, I've already done a video about him, Jack Doherty's biggest fan. I've done multiple. He was in my streamers video, too. But two, I think the only reason that I was doing it was to get some sort of outcome. Like, to get some sort of, like, oh, another video with over 1,000 views on my channel. And that's not what you shouldn't do something for that reason. That you're gonna burn out if you're just trying to chase the trends. Look at all the commentary creators. Do those seem like happy people to you? The, like, Pokimane did this, Hassan did this community. Like, I have an element of that, but I also have artistry in my videos, and I really want to add that art to it, that more than just a joke. I want you to come away from my videos feeling good. I don't want you to feel bad. And maybe that's another area where I can raise my disgust or raise my standards. Sorry for equating standards and disgust here. I don't really know how to do it if I don't raise my standards. Like, if I don't equate them, maybe that's like I have, like, mental issues that I don't understand how to think about standards. Because, like, okay, like, standards, I think about, like, what you stand for. So, like, and if you don't stand for something, like, if you see, like, a guy, like, touching a girl inappropriately or something, like, something that you actually don't stand for, you stand up and you do something about it. You're disgusted by whatever is going on that doesn't meet your standard, and you fix it. And so I think that there is an element of disgust in standards, but also I would be really curious, maybe let me know in the comments if there's a way to define standards that doesn't have disgust in it or doesn't have these negative emotions. Because if I'm being honest with you, today I finished my Mythical Creatures video at about 10:30, and I usually record this podcast around 1, so I had quite a bit of time on my hands. And I did some good things. I talked to my mom. I spent some time with my dog. I didn't do crazy stuff, but I was uncomfortable. I was a little stressed that I had that free time. I felt like maybe I could have put more time into the video. Maybe I could have not released motivational to bread and done something else, something higher effort. And so, be grateful. Like, genuinely be grateful. Even if something's hard, even if you're going through a hard experience, sometimes you only get to go through that experience once. Like, those videos, they're done. They're made. If I were to do another one, it would be a recreation. It wouldn't be the same process. So, have some respect for what you're doing. Even if it's just, like, a piece of homework that you fucking hate, like, have some respect for your homework, because it's the only time you're going to do it, and there's something that you can get out of it. Don't just be a sleepwalker, man. It's just not worth it. This is, like, the weirdest podcast ever. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching. As always, I love you guys. Take care.